Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another webinar at AMC Banking. Today, we're going to be talking about our new Business Central app, which is now available on App Source with a free license. And today, joining me is my lovely coworker, Danielle Nielsen, who's a senior consultant here in AMC Banking. She's going to take us through the whole app. She's going to show some of the new features that we have lined up for you guys. She's going to take a small introduction of who we are here at AMC Banking. She's also going to explain the architecture, and then she's going to show our mobile app and how this is connected to Business Central. As always, if you have any questions whatsoever during this webinar, there is the comment section over here. And there's, like we say, there's no stupid questions. So if you have any questions whatsoever, please ask. We're going to have a Q&A afterwards, and we're going to try our best to answer all the questions that you have. If you have not signed up for our webinar, please do, because this is where we usually send news about our webinars and new releases and features and whatnot. And this is going to be our last webinar this year. So it's going to be a little Christmas webinar for you guys. So hopefully we'll see you again in the next year for another new exciting news from AMC Banking. Yeah, so I think we're just going to jump right into it. So let's talk about our new Business Central app.
Yes, thank you, Kenneth. Hello, everybody. I'm Danielle Nielsen. I'm a consultant here at AMC Banking. And today I'm going to show you our new app for Business Central, AMC Banking 365 Business Central. Before we go into the app and see how it works, I just would like to talk very briefly the architecture behind all our apps. Let's take a look. Okay, let's start here with the agenda for today. We will talk about our new app, AMC Banking 365 Business Central. And basically what we will see today is some improvements that we have done compared with our previous app. We will see that it's easier for you to get started to use our system. We try to concentrate all the setup that you need to do in one place. So make sure that you go through all steps that you need to go through to get the system up and running. And then in the accounts payable part, we have introduced some new features that it will make easy for you to make payments, that you can also say to the system which bank account the system should use when making the payments from. In the payment reconciliation journal, we also have some new functions. We have now improved even more our auto match setup. You have the possibility to personalize, to decide which criteria the system is going to use when matching your payments. We have also enhanced the performance. You have the possibility to, when asking the system to match something, that it should just concentrate on the customer ledger entries or vendor ledger entries. This is also helping the performance, especially if you have a lot of data in your Business Central. I also want to talk a little about the automation. This was something that we already had, but we have more improvements in this version. You can set up some tasks in AMC Banking app in the job queue. This is basically, you can set up the system to automatically post your payment reconciliation job in batch. And then the last, the bank account reconciliation. The bank account reconciliation, it's also improved that in this new version of AMC, actually, when you are posting something from the payment reconciliation journal, the system will automatically reconcile and those transactions on your bank account reconciliation. So the bank account reconciliation tool is just for you to finalize the bank reconciliation and also see if there are some transactions that for some reason it was not posted in one of the sites. This is what we are going to see today. Let's talk a little about the architecture of AMC Banking. I know that we do have some people that already know AMC, but for those who are not so familiar with AMC, we are a company located in Copenhagen. This is where we are now. We are specialized in bank integration. We have done this for more than 30 years. So basically what we do, we integrate your EIP systems towards the bank systems. Our focus today is going to be to Business Central. And in all our products, if we can go to the architecture, in all our products, behind all our products, this is how AMC Banking works. So as I told you before, we are specialized in integrate your EIP system with the bank. We need the banks to send payment to the bank and also to import payments from the bank. Between these two pillars, the EIP system and the bank, we have our engine that we call Extendlink. Extendlink, it's our conversion center. It's the system that converts everything that you need to send to the bank and import from the bank. So it's a system that is there. It's working background. You see a little more about Extendlink during our presentation, but just so you know that we are working with three different pillars. We have your EIP system, Business Central, that you will be using with our app. You have the bank that you use to send payments to the bank and import files from the bank. And between these two, we have our conversion center that we call Extendlink. So this is how all our products works. Thank you, Kenneth. Mm-hmm. So then let's just move directly to the demonstration. So I'm going to open my Business Central now. Okay, so I have here my Business Central. And I want to start to show you that where you can get our app. So our app is available in the Apple Store. If you go there and search for AMC Banking 365 BC, you will find our app. I will just want to show here very quick. You have here a description of the app. Basically, we are working in three different areas in cash and bank management. We are working with the accounts payable part, accounts receivable part, and the bank account reconciliation. This is what we are going to see during the demonstration today. One of the things that I want to highlight in this app is that in this version, we do have a lot of countries that we support now. Okay, you can see here the list of all the countries. This is one of the improvements in this app. Now you can install in a more extensive list of the countries. So if previously you were not able to install it, you have some limitations now. As you can see, we do support much more countries now. So once that you get the app installed, now I'm back to my PC. I got the app, I installed it. During the installation, actually the system already asks you if you want to start the registration process and the setup process. You can do this during the installation. If you don't want to do this, you can always skip this part and do the registration and the installation afterwards. But here, what I want to show you, I have installed my app. If you didn't make the registration, we can do it now. So for example, here, I'm going to AMC Banking in administration setup. The first place that we start, if you want to make the registration, if you have not made the registration before, then you can go here in Quick Guide and then make the registration. The registration will start and the system is using the information from this company. As you can see here, this is my company name. It comes from my company, Business Central. The person that is logging into the system, it's me. So as you can see here, the system. Then you go and register. And then the registration process will start. As we can see here, it gets the information coming from my BC. Okay, you can just continue here. If I go next, and then we have here the person that it's registered, it's me. So as you can see, I have my information here. You need to decide for a password. You type your password, just here, just for example. Always when we have a lot of people looking, it's always like this, right? And then you go next. One of the things here that is important during this registration, you need to save here this password. Okay, this password here is the password that you need to save in case that somebody deleted the password from the password field. Then you have this. This is the password that you need to use to communicate with our systems. So then you will go ahead and finalize the registration. I will not go all this process because it's just, go next, and the process will be finished. We also have in our website here in the support. I want to show this part here that we have. We try to describe all the process here in AMC Banking 365 BC. On the introduction, you will have all the steps for the registration, how you can do to make the registration. You have here the manual, so please use this portal here because we do have a lot of good information here for you. And some of these you have like step by step. So for example, here, if I want to see what is this quick guide, how it works, this quick guide, then you will see here all the steps. So if I want to see how to register, I go here under the registration, and then you will see here, okay, go to AMC Banking, quick guide, and register. So all these steps that I was about to explain, you have here, so you can follow afterwards step by step how to make the registration. So once the registration is in place, you need to run what we call the quick guide. The quick guide, it's a place that we try to concentrate all the steps that you need to go through to have the system up and running, okay? So here, as you can see, the first step is the registration. Yes, I have already done the registration, and then I need to go through system setup, bank setup, and so on. I'm just going to move here to a company that I have not run this yet, so you can see how it will be in the beginning. So quick guide, the registration is in place, so the next step is to go into the system setup. The system setup, it's a tool that you run this tool, and what is happening now, the system is communicating with us, AMC, and it's getting all the setup necessary for you to get started to use the system. All the bank formats that we do support, all the payment types you get in the moment that you run here the assistant. I'll just go ahead and it will be finished in a moment. The next step after the assistant setup is finished, you'll see when here it's finished, and I go back to my quick guide. It's going to set up the banks. So go here, close. Now it's my time to set up my banks. I go here in bank setup. Then you need to specify which bank you want to use. So I'm going to use, for example, for this demonstration, my Bank of America. Okay. If you want to see all the list of the banks that we do support, we also have this in our website. You can see all the banks that we do support. So I have my bank, and actually for this entity, I'm using two banks. So I go to the other bank. The other bank that I'm using is this. So you will add all the banks that you need to use in this entity. Then you close. The next step, you need to set up your bank accounts. I go to bank accounts. Then I have my bank accounts here. So I suppose that the bank account is already created in BC, but if it's not, you need, of course, to go to the bank account card, and add your bank accounts. So I go to my Bank of America account, and then here, let me just make this screen a little larger. And I say, okay, this is my bank account, Bank of America, and here you will specify which bank you want to use. Now I have 2 banks, I have added 2 banks. And then I go here and select Bank of America. And you do the same for the image account, select the image account, and go here and select okay? And then I'll close. Then the next step is set up the vendors. If I go here to the vendors, the system will show me all the vendors that I have in my BC. And then you need to go to the vendor, and which information do I need from the vendor to be able to make a payment to this vendor is a bank account for this vendor and how you want to pay this vendor. So for example, I'm going to select this vendor here, and I want to, this vendor, I don't have any bank account here. Let me see if I have another one to this one. No? Okay, I'm just going to take this one here. So as you can see here, you need to select a bank account for the vendor and how you want to pay this vendor. Okay, if it's going to be domestic payment, international payment, so on. Notice that some of these vendors here, you see red color, and this is just a way to send you some warnings that you miss some information here to be able to make a payment to this vendor. In this case, I can see this vendor does not have any bank account, so it's a way to give me a message, hey, you might need something here to continue so we can make a payment for this vendor, okay? So the quick guide, as I show you here, it's a central place that we has summarized everything that you need to go through to set up a business central in this company. Okay, let me just go ahead. So this part is finished. Now I have my bank set up, I have my bank account set up, I have my vendors in place. The next step is going to make a payment. Go to the payment journal. And I will select, just need to move back here to my other company that I have prepared. Payment journal. I'm going to change here to this batch. And I will start my payment proposal. Go here and prepare, suggest vendor payments. And then I go ahead and we'll sit here. Let me just move this just here on the way. Okay. So I have some vendors. Okay. As you can see here, we have the payment method coming directly from the vendor card. In the case that you are missing, you can always go on the journal and change it. One of the things that I'm going to show in a moment is that, as you can see here, I have some invoices in euro and I have some invoices in US dollar. In my case, in my demonstration here, my company, it's USA, and my local currency, it's US dollar. As you can see here, as the standard BC works, normally the system will use the bank account that it's set up from the journal batch. So in my journal batch, I have this bank account set up here as standard. Then the system is using this bank account automatically here. One of the things that we have done in the payment journal is that you have the possibility to set up the system in the way saying that, okay, I have 2 accounts in US. I have one in US dollar and I have one in euro. And every time that I have invoices in euro, then I wanted the system to automatically select my euro account. So this is what I'm going to show you in a moment. But for now, I'll just go ahead. I want just to finish this process. I go here in bank, export. And if everything's okay, there is no errors in my journal, the system will ask me to approve this payment. You can go directly to the conversion center that we call Extend Link using this link. So if I go here in the link, the system will send me automatically to Extend Link. Extend Link, as I explained before, is this place that the system sends all the files to the bank from the bank, and you can approve it here. Just go here and approve it. The other way is that you using our app. We had other webinar for some weeks ago that we went more in deep how to approve payments in the app. The other way to approve your payment is going directly to the conversion center with a username and a password and approve your payments. So once this payment is approved by 2 persons, the payment will be sent directly to the bank, and it's going to be sent directly to the bank because, of course, behind the conversion center, we have set up the system to send the payments directly to the bank. Once the 2 persons approve the payment will be sent to the bank. The payment was sent to the bank. The next step is to decide what to do with your payment journal. You have 2 options. You can delete the lines. This is what I'm going to do now. I select the lines, go in Manage, Delete. The other option is that you can post the payments. This is actually, it's new in this version. We always recommend before, when you make the payment, delete it, and then wait for the bank to send the confirmation the payment was executed. But now, some business, for some reason, they need to post the payment immediately. They don't want to wait for the confirmation. That way you can post if you need, and we'll still be able to match those payments in the payment reconciliation journal, because in that case, the system is using the bank ledger entries to match the payments, not the bank ledger entries. But you can continue doing as we were doing before, make the payment, send to the bank. After it's sent to the bank, you can delete it from the payment journal. The next that I'm going to show you here now is that I'm importing files from the bank. So in this demonstration, I'm creating my demo file from the bank. But if this was a live connectivity to the bank, okay, the way how you're going to get the files from the bank, it's setting up a job queue in the system, okay? So here, AMC Banking, administration, no, actually here, AMC Banking, import log, there are different places that you can import files into the system. But one of the places that you can go, it's from here, AMC Bank import log. Here you can import files from the bank. Okay, if I go here, import bank feeds. If my bank is set up with directly connectivity, that case that gets the files directly from the bank, I just can select my bank here, in this case, Bank of America, and then I can set up this process here in a job queue, okay? If your bank does not have this directly connectivity, if it's the case that you still needs to get the files manually from the bank, you need to go here and import the file. But for this, I'm going to ask the system to generate a file for me, and then I will show the results in a moment. Kenneth, do we have some questions coming? Because I see that we are almost there in the time, and I still have some things that I would like to show you.
We have one from Christina. She asked, is there a way to import vendors?
Way to import vendors?
Yes.
Yes, but this is not AMC Bank functionality. This is directly Business Central. I know that in Business Central, we have options to import data into the system. You can have like an Excel sheet with the vendors, and using the tools that you have in Business Central, you can import the data to the vendors' master data. If you have any more, you can just say so. Why I'm generating here my...
Not in the moment.
Okay.
I'm gonna share the link in the comments for the new app from AppSource, so you can all click the link in the comments.
Great. Okay, so now I have created my file. Okay, again, I just have it created here for the demonstration, but in the real life, you are going to import a bank file from the bank, either manually if you have the file, or getting automatically from the bank when you set this task in a job queue. But now I have imported the system create for me my payment reconciliation journal. And as we can see here, I have my data. I have some customer payments. I have some vendor payments. And one of the new things that we also have done in this version is that for this demonstration, I try to show you here. This is actually, it was my euro payment. Okay, in many businesses, you have bank accounts in different currencies, and we of course try to use the currencies matching the invoices that you are paying. But in some situations, maybe you just have one bank account. So I just have my bank account in US dollar, and I use my bank account in US dollar for make payments in different currencies, both in US dollar and euro and pound and so on. This was the case. I made a payment to my vendor. This payment was made in euro. The system show me here. Actually, was a payment of 6,203 euros. But because this payment was made out of my US dollar account, what you see in your payment reconciliation journal, what the bank sends back to you, it's in US dollar. And this is what the system is showing here. This was the total amount in US dollar. In case that you have realized gains and realized losses, the system will automatically here select this account. This is the account that I have set up in my currency. Okay, so this system will automatically assign the difference because of the exchange rate in this account here. Okay. So this is one of the improvements that we have done. What I wanted to show here also is that our automatch here also was improved. You can go to the bank account, and normally it's not necessary for you to change the logic behind the system to match the payment. But I just wanted to show you here, if you go to the bank account, and if we go here to auto-match rule setup, as you can see here as a standard, there's nothing there, it's empty. But if you need to change or change the prioritize and so on, you can go here in default match setup. And then here you will see the different parameters we use for matching the payment. Okay, so for example here, you are probably familiar that the system will match the payments using the document number or the document external number. This is what you are seeing here. The system is matching the payments using the document number, the document external number. And then in this version, we also give you the possibility for the system also try to match the payments with information that you have in the payment reference and in the description. The way how this works, if for some reason you don't want the system when matching the payment, you don't want the system to match with the information that you have in the description, then you can go here and say, okay, I don't want this, and then you remove it. Okay, so you can play with the auto match setup. Please, for more details, take a look in our documentation in our website. Okay. Yeah, we are almost there. I just wanted to show one more thing. Maybe we should have this one webinar just to account payable and another one just to account receivable, so we have more time. But one of the things that I want to show here, it was regarding the accounts payable. You can set up the system to you can map which account the system is going to use based on different criteria. So for example, if I go here in AMC Banking and I go in banks, and I go here, for example, to my Bank of America, I have something that we call here payment account findings. And from here, you can map, you can say, okay, every time that, this is just one example, you have different options here, okay? But every time that my invoices are euro, then I wanted the system to automatically use my bank account in euro. I just needed to, sorry, I didn't add my account in euro, but I can fix this in a moment. Let me just go back here. Let me just delete this and go to my bank account. Go back here to my bank account. I have one bank account here in euro. I just forgot to probably add here the currency as euro. Okay, and now back here to my bank. If I go here to my bank and payment account, find this, and then back here, every time that I have some invoices in euro, I wanted the system to automatically select my euro account. So this means that if I go to my payment journal and make a new payment proposal here, and I just click OK, then if I see here, I have invoices in euro, and this time the system has automatically selected my euro account, and for the other currencies, the system is still continue using my default account. This is account in euro. Okay, so it was, the time just went so fast. I didn't show, unfortunately, everything that I want to show you today. But I hope that you can see some of the new things that I showed today that can be useful for you, for your business, for your clients. But I think that we are going to make more webinar in Business Central that we maybe split just the accounts payable, accounts receivables, and then we can go a little more deeper in the functionalities that we have for the three main functionalities in Business Central. Okay.
Time flies when you're having fun. On that note, I don't think we have any more questions, but if any of you have any questions on these final minutes, then please let us know now. Doesn't seem like it.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I put the link in the comments for the App Store's app. And this was our final webinar this year. So we hope to see you again next year. And if you have any suggestions for what you want to see in a webinar, again, please let us know. It's always nice with some feedback. If there's anything you want to change, anything you like, just anything would be great. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us, and happy holidays, and we'll see you next year.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.